up, y'all? It's Mike J here with the Real Spill TV, and we back again. I'm here with the man with the plan, Mr. Taylor Torrance, at the For Oakcliff Community Center. How you doing, brother?
I'm blessed, man. Glad to be here with you.
Man, thank you for taking out the time to see us, man.
Oh, no problem.
Most definitely, man. I gotta ask you, it's crazy because I came here probably 3 or 4 years ago, but it was nothing like this, bro.
At all.
It had hardwood floors, no wall to ceiling glass panels, none of this. So, but you had the vision.
Right on.
We walked around, you was talking about what your plans were, what you wanted to do. So, how did you get that, how did you turn that vision into this reality? What were the moving parts? What did you have to manage? Who did you work with?
Yeah, man, it was a lot that went into that. First, it was the vision, like you said. And understanding that we needed a space in the neighborhood to, have educational programs, after school programs, and just be another asset to what was already happening over here. Pan-African had a great movement, has a great movement going on. And me being from Glendale as well, I grew up in the shopping center. I always had a heart for it. And we just came over and got to work. First we was in the office right here, and we had 250 square feet. And we just kept growing programmatically, and people kept coming in. And our team, man, we got together, started asking the community what they wanted to see. We had a plan, and then the opportunity presented itself. A group called the Real Estate Council.
Real Estate Council,
Yeah, the Real Estate Council.
How are they instrumental?
Man, and if you into real estate at all, you should reach out and try to get involved with the Real Estate.
What is it called again?
The Real Estate Council.
The Real Estate Council.
Go by trade.
Okay.
They had a grant opportunity. First we applied for $1 million catalyst grant. And when we applied for that $1 million, we made it through the first round, and it was with other partners. But I was wise in it and understanding, like, man, we didn't have $1 million plan yet at that time. So I withdrew. I knew, like, man, I'm not gonna waste these partners' time. And we do all this work, and then we get to the final, and it's like, nah, y'all didn't get it. So I withdrew. But the way God always works out, there was another project that the Real Estate Council had with the ALC class. And that's like the young up-and-coming people in real estate. So different bankers, architects, developers, construction, all kind of people, interior design, all joined this cohort. And they had a selection process of community groups that they would pick to do some work. And it was, at first I was told it was a $50,000 project that they would do. And I was like, cool,
as a part of the grant?
As a part of the grant. If you get selected, they do a $50,000 like project with you. And we got selected, so I'm thinking, like, maybe we're gonna paint some walls, some floors, stuff like that. But what I didn't realize was that was a $50,000, grant within a check. For the project, but that group of 30 people had connections that went far beyond the dollars.
They took it past the 50,000.
So you have people in there that are building, part of, it's a company called Balfour Beatty. They building huge buildings in downtown and Deep Ellum. So they might have someone they working with. They might have like a company that they did like a $1 million contract possibly for glass, and they could say, hey, I got this community project, could y'all donate this in kind?
So all you need is a person that say, hey, that's a good cause.
Exactly.
I want to help.
Doing business. So they took that $50,000 and turned into a $400,000 building.
Wow. And so this is for the $400,000.
What you see now.
It look amazing, brother.
Thank you.
It look amazing.
$400,000 build out 4,500 square feet.
Wow.
And man, it's changed our whole program. It's changed the neighborhood.
Man, imagine if we grew up and we had something like this, man. The kids have an excellent opportunity. So I want to ask, man, how extensive is the team? I know you saying we put the plan together, we put the grant out. How extensive is the team?
Man, right now it's we got a team of 5, man. We're the dream team right now. It's myself.
Y'all doing y'all thing, man.
Thank you. Myself, Xavier Henderson, Crystal Hills, Jennifer Hills, Unisha Wells. Those individuals that are here on a daily basis. But it's been a lot of people through the time that have gotten us here. But Yeah, man, it's taken, I say this, it wouldn't exist without them.
Without them.
Yeah.
Already, salute to the team, man. Salute to the team. So what is your role here at For Oakcliff?
My role at For Oakcliff, man, I wear a lot of hats. But, you know, formally, I serve as the executive director of For Oakcliff and founder, and also the president of our board. My role here, man, I shoot, however they need me. Honestly, I feel like the team kind of like, if I need to do anything, put me in position to do it. Raising money, you know, in the position that I'm in now as the executive director, and the way that our program has grown, I get pulled more away from the day-to-day interaction with community, and find myself more so in a lot of strategic planning, business meetings.
So a lot of meetings, phone calls, emails.
Meetings. But shoot, I'm here every day. I'm in Glendale still, so I'm still here with my people on the daily, but I don't get to interface with the people and students as much as I like to.
All right, so I know you mentioned the students. So prior to finding For Oakcliff, you were a teacher, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so what was the moment that you said, you know what, I'm gonna go with this full throttle. You know, I love teaching, I'm gonna put it to the side right now, but I wanna make an impact on a bigger scale. What was that aha moment? When did you realize that this is what you wanna do?
Well, man, you know, the first event we ever did was the Back to School Festival.
I remember that.
And that was while I was teaching. So we did the first one my first year in the classroom. And, you know, we saw, you know, 1,000 people show up to that event. It was like, man,
it opened your eyes up to a whole new
And I transitioned the next year from Bushman, and I went to Zoom Walk to work. And while at Zoom Walk, I was doing a lot of house visits. And I had more capacity to deal with multiple students. I wasn't just in one classroom. And while there, I started seeing that the impact got to be made more out of the school.
So you didn't want to limit yourself.
Exactly. The school actually needed more support than what it was getting. That was one of my roles, was like going out finding partners for the school. And I wasn't finding many people in the neighborhood that could serve in the way that the school needed.
Branch out.
Exactly. The opportunity opened up through an organization called the Commit Partnership. And they had received funding from the Kellogg Foundation. And that funding allowed them to hire me at the time.
Wow.
So they brought me in.
All aligned.
I'm working for Commit. Like I'm working for the Commit Partnership. But it gave me a salary to be able to actually sit down, study, research, understand nonprofit world, because I had no understanding. It gave me a time in that year to really build that out.
And you can still take care of your family, take care of your home life.
Following years, and I started learning how to fundraise, started, you know, understanding, developing a team, understanding the need of the community. Fast forward to now, man, you know, we were under organizations. But as of February 15th, For Oakcliff will be completely independent.
Wow.
So
congratulations, brother.
Appreciate it, bro.
Congratulations.
It's a big
huge. Huge.
We'll be completely independent. Be able, you know, we'll be a standalone organization.
Man, that's huge.
So it's been a long road.
So what is the mission at For Oakcliff? What is the goal? What are you aiming for?
Liberation.
The
mission is we aim to liberate Oakcliff from systemic oppression by creating a culture of education, increasing social mobility and social capital. And in that, I know that's a lot of words.
I was just going to ask you to break that down a little bit.
So I'll break that down. When we talk about systemic oppression, it's multiple things that we can look at. Poverty, we can look at the criminal justice system, we can look at the education system. You know, it's so many things that have oppressed our people from our time coming to this country. So our goal is to remove as many of those barriers as we possibly can. And we say our mission is to we aim to liberate Oakcliff from systemic oppression through a culture of education. So with that, what we're saying is not necessarily like we just need to teach. No, we need to build a culture of learning. So we want everybody
get to the root of it.
Everybody, it's something that you can learn every day. And something you can learn from somebody every day. And then the social mobility and social capital piece. Social mobility is your economics. How you moving up with pay, how much money you done save, because at the end of the day, we live in a capitalistic society.
Yeah.
So our people, we gotta
learn that. We gotta get on top of that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Economics is big. So social mobility, helping people get jobs, helping people with their GEDs, all those things, and then the social capital, I think, is probably one of the most important, because we can talk about how much money you got, but you know, you could have $1,000 on hand or $100,000 on hand, cash, liquid, right? But I could have 3 billionaires in my phone that I could call.
And that's just as valuable, right?
That's your social capital.
Yeah.
So for us, it's increasing everybody has a social capital because you got people you interact with. So
network.
Exactly. Network. So for us, it's increasing that, right? So if you sitting, you know, in the hood all day, it's cool to be with the people you grew up with. But let's start introducing each other to different people from the hood too, whatever it may be. But like just somebody else that's doing different, that could just change up what you got going, because everybody's an opportunity for people.
Okay, man, that's huge, man. So are y'all combating a lot of those issues here?
Man, front line.
So just give me a little preview about if someone was to walk in here on any random day.
On any random day,
what would they see at the For Oakcliff?
Shoot, you're gonna see GED class going on. Last week we had a new class enrolled, so right now we probably have about 60 people in our GED class total.
Wow.
We've had 17 graduates come out of For Oakcliff so far.
Wow.
So you'll see GED classes happening in here.
So it's just not for the kids, it's for the entire community.
Yeah, we believe in a dual gen approach to education.
Okay, what is that?
The whole family.
Whole family.
Yeah, so it's the child and parent. What we've seen for the most part in education has been single gen, where it's just towards the child. But we all know that, you know, I could give a kid something all day, but if they going home to a bad situation, or the parent needs something, then all that can get thrown away.
Yeah.
So
everything you taught them.
So for us, it's like let's create that culture of education in the household.
The whole family.
The parent can come in, work on their GED, work on education, and then go home, and the kid is like, hey, we can study together instead of, you know, I'm watching TV while you doing work. Like, nah, we in the same space. And the reason that we so pressed on the GED, 40% of people in our targeted area don't have their high school degree or
in Oakcliff?
GED. Well, we call it the super block.
Super block.
So the super
Where's
block,
the super block consist of?
So it's from 35 on the western boundary, 45 eastern, Illinois' northern boundary, down to Ledbetter.
Okay.
Mostly made up of the 75216 zip code. But 40% of individuals don't have their GED. Median household income around $21,000.
Wow. Total
Per capita is about $11,000.
Wow.
So for us, you know, it's like, what are we gonna do? You know what I'm saying? So the GED classes, you might come in and you see a community meeting, or you might see some of our partners in here. You might see a painting class going on. Anything might be happening. But yeah, man, we just trying to provide as many opportunities as we possibly can to the people.
Beautiful, brother. It's beautiful. I want to switch it up a little bit, talk about the festivals. Now, I know you said you started the first one while you were still teaching. And this next upcoming one will be the sixth one, right? The sixth one. So every year it gets bigger and better. I didn't make all of them, but I made a few. And it's always bigger, better. I think a couple of years ago, J. Cole was there, right? So how does that come about, man? How do you guys continue to grow, continue to give these kids the resources, backpacks, food? Like, who do you partner with? And how did you get J. Cole to come through, man? That's my favorite rapper right there, man. I can only imagine if I was a kid and my favorite rapper came to my hood. That's huge, bro. So talk a little bit about the festival, man, and how it's grown.
Man, a lot of this is just God's plan, honestly. It's destiny, to be honest. You know, just having positive intent, good energy, putting it out, and things play out in God's perfect order every time. But the thing is, you know, faith without works is dead. So we got faith in it, but we got a lot of work that we do as well. So for the festivals, man, this past summer we had 6,000 people in attendance at the festival. We gave away 3,500 backpacks. Registered a couple hundred people to vote. Got a handful employed. Go ahead.
Not to cut you off, what was the first festival? How many people was there?
It was probably like 2,000 total.
Okay, so it had grown 3 times.
I mean, bro, the thing is, you know, when you had J. Cole show up, then you know the next year is take off.
Okay.
And even with that whole J. Cole situation, that was
how that come about, man? I was like, I'm looking on my phone like, Cole in the clip, Cole in the clip. Yeah, how that come about, bro?
Listen, like I said, bro, you can't make it up. Right? It's only God. So, you know, we set the date. We set the date for the festival probably around January.
Okay.
And J. Cole released his tour dates. And he just happened to be in Dallas
at that time.
On the same day as the festival. That was cool. That didn't mean he was showing up. We were like, man, Cole, it'd be cool if he showed up. I see everybody
reaching out to him, adding him on IG.
What really set it off was he made the song maybe 2 weeks before the festival, a week before. The album of the year freestyle.
I heard he shout out Dallas.
He said, shout out Oakcliff, I'm about to fly to Dallas. When he said that, then he was like, okay.
He know about us at least, right?
He know about Oakcliff. He know about us. He knew who Oakcliff was. He spent time here. But it was just lined up perfectly.
He did put that in one of his raps. He said he spent the summer out here or something like that.
His dad. So, you know, it just lined up right. And he put that in that song, and then, man, everybody just started flooding it like, hey, the festival the same day. And bro came out. And I always want to make sure people know. Everybody that's watching this knows J. Cole is one of the realest dudes in the industry. He first off, he came to Glendale Park. Right? If you from Dallas, you from Oakcliff, you know Glendale, you in there.
Yeah, for sure.
So he came to Glendale. He stood out there, bro, for about 2 hours, and it was like 100 plus.
Did he have like bodyguards surrounding him? So he was amongst the people, like it was all love.
For sure, he was with the people. But not only did he took every picture, shook every hand, but bro brought $20,000 worth of school supplies.
See, that's what people don't know about. He
brought $20,000 worth of school supplies, and
that's crazy.
He was so cool, bro. It was to the point where everybody had left and he was still there, and he was like, all right, y'all.
What? He stayed to the whole thing,
He stayed, bro. So it was really powerful, man. I appreciate J. Cole.
Hey, shout out J. Cole, man. Shout out J. Cole. Now, what about Nipsey, man? I went through the For Oakcliff IG page. I scrolled through. I see Nipsey take a picture right here. Right here. So, what was that like? How did that come about? What was the conversation with Nipsey, man?
Man, so Nipsey Hussle, you know, we at For Oakcliff, we even had J. Cole come through, Charlamagne, Mark Zuckerberg, all these people, but of everybody that I've been able to encounter, Nipsey Hussle had the most profound effect on myself individually. I would say, because of who he is, what he stands for, and how thorough of a person he is. That was my third time meeting Nipsey Hussle when he came here. The first time I met Nipsey, and it's just crazy the way stuff play out again, man. It's just destiny. It was before we built any of this out. It was actually the night that we did like the unveiling of the blueprint of this space. We took 2 young men to LA to do a short film.
I saw that.
So while we was in LA, one of the young men named was Trey. And I was like, Trey, we had a break. I was like, let's walk down to the Marathon store, because we was in South Central. So ironically too, I'm walking through South Central LA with Trey. The boys in the hood. So we walk down there. And I see the 600 Benz outside. And they're probably in there. So
he was in there.
He was in there. This is before Victory Lap dropped.
What year was this?
This was 2018. This was like January 2018. So Victory Lap came out later than that year. And man, we walked in. I seen him all. As soon as I walked in, I said, "Neighborhood Nip."
What was his response? It was all love.
It was love. He was like, "What's up?" And he dapped us up. He was taking a picture with somebody else, and I was like, "Man, you mind taking a picture with my student?" Cool. Took the picture. I told him, I was like, "Man, we from Oakcliff in Dallas."
He knew about it.
He did. And I was like, "Man, I'm a huge fan." Nipsey was one of my favorite rappers then. And I told him that, and last time I checked had just came out, and I was like, man, you gonna do something. But what was crazy, bro, I stuttered when I seen, like, when I finally, I said Neighborhood Nip, I said
like,
something.
This is actually,
I was like, dang, I stuttered a little bit. He was like, dang, you stuttering, homie? I was like, I feel your power. Straight up.
I know you're not the first person to tell me that, man.
Really?
I've met other people that met Nipsey, and they always told me you can feel his energy, his power. He was a super powerful person, his aura. So they felt it.
It's real.
Yeah.
I let him know that. I was like, bro, I don't do that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But you about to do something big.
Yeah.
And man, we left. And bro, follow me on Instagram.
What?
It was crazy.
You told him about the organization?
I told him about the organization. I had this hoodie on.
Yeah.
And man, fast forward, my birthday, that year, my birthday is in December, at the end of that year. Went back out to LA and me and my wife went and got some donuts at Slauson Donuts. And I was like, let's just go over here and see. Nip was over there again. He was looking at some construction of one of their new spaces.
He was deep in there.
Oh, he was always up there. And I was like, Nip, what's up? And he was like, I'm in traffic, homie, I gotta go. And my wife was like, dang, he could have talked to us. I was like, man, I understand. I told her we'll see him again. Bro, he came to Dallas in February last year. And reached out to Bebe. Crystal and Jennifer that's on the team here, they got a real strong relationship with Bebe. And told him like, hey man, make sure when Nipsey comes, bring him through For Oakcliff. He came and bro, we spent maybe about an hour and a half together. And I talked to him about what we were doing. First thing he said when he came in, and it always ring in my head, he said, man, I'm impressed, homie. And I was like, appreciate it,
what's
bro.
up. Did he remember you from Cali?
I didn't even bring it up. I didn't even bring it up, bro, because I know it's probably so many people. And it's a lot of things, right, bro? It's a lot of things that like, now that I'm like, dang, I should have told bro this. I should have reminded him of this. But in the moment, I was just like, man, I ain't want to be that guy. Like, yeah, bro, you remember me? Like, nah, because I don't like people. So I'm just talking to him, and we went and sat in the conference room, bro. And I showed him, like, I showed him my pitch. And I told him, like, man, you could do the same thing in Crenshaw. And I was like,
he was doing something like that, right?
Well, he has the Vector 90, and then, you know, they got the stuff with the real estate, the opportunity zones, all that, the studios. But what I was putting on his mind was the educational side of it, like with the GED, using data to be able to, you know what I'm saying, get the word out. And I put a data package together for him, and his road manager, Jorge Peniche, I had finished it, man, on a Thursday, and it was roughly finished, and I texted him, was like, hey, I basically got it done. He was like, cool, get it together, and I get it to Nip, we get it all going. He died that Sunday.
Man.
He died that Sunday.
That's crazy, bro. Man. R.I.P. to Nip, man.
But you know, we keeping the marathon going.
For sure. I see the mural coming up outside.
The mural, man, is because when bro came, he came in here. He went over to Pan African. And when he was in Pan African, bro said every time he came to Dallas, he gonna stop by here. I mean, bro, this section right here, man, is y'all really setting the stage, man, and doing some trailblazing, bro. Because appreciate that.
Even with the Pan African store, you know, I stopped by there before the interview, picked me up a shirt. I was like, let me give you something, man. You know, they got the oils out there, the lotions, everything, bro. So really rocking with the movement, bro. And you know, For Oakcliff being right here is very powerful area, bro.
Appreciate it. And it's a black-owned shopping center. So
everybody around here, everybody black-owned?
Well, everybody in here isn't black-owned, but the Glendale Shopping Center is owned by a black man, the whole thing.
Already.
So that's cool. I can pay my rent to a black man that live around the corner for me every month.
There it is, man. There it is. Cool, man. I want to switch it up a little bit more. Talk about the community, man, and what's going on out here. And you know, things are different from when we grew up, right? The kids are different, the youth are different. You know, when we grew up, we gave somebody respect on the strength that they were an adult, or they were older, or they was in some position of authority. Now, you know, the kids, they're more fearless, they're asking questions, they saying no, they saying why, you know, and that respect is not automatically given. You know, you gotta, you know, earn that respect. It don't matter the age gap.
No, it doesn't.
So, which is not necessarily a bad thing. And my question is, how do we as adults, as the leaders, how do we find that common ground? How do we relate without compromising the morals and the values we grew up on?
Right. I think first and most importantly is to seek understanding. A lot of times, and really know what understanding is. You know what I'm saying? Like really being able to put yourself in someone else's shoes and really understand what they thinking, what's going on, how we got to that point.
Yeah.
A lot of times in that we start looking at the effects of things and lose focus of the cause while we're here.
Exactly.
The root of it.
Yeah.
So with the way that our generation is now, man, it's been perpetual for a while. Because when you think of generations, right? You know, you got millennials, you got baby boomers, you got Generation Y, all that. But I look at it differently. I think of it as if you were born pre-crack, if you were born post-crack.
Man, it's a huge moment.
It is.
In the black culture, man.
And it changed the culture.
What would you say, 86 to about 95?
Yeah. And if you were born after that time, if you were born in that world, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got hip-hop, life became more aggressive, and that you had mass incarceration take place. Just everything changed. Whereas, you know, we born, you know,
single parent homes,
more single parent homes, all that violence increased, technology, you know, becoming more desensitized. But in that, man, you know, we were born during a time where, you know, we still had a lot of people that were raised in rural houses.
So we got those values.
Yeah, but now, shoot, it's people our age that got 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds that was raised by a parent that might have been on drugs. So it's like it's a deep system at this point, and now it's just coming out, right? More so, and you can see it more. But you know, the moral code, a street code, all that was lost as well because mass incarceration, you took everybody basically and put them in prison. Wow. 75216 leads the state of Texas with the most people in prison.
Man.
Leads this. Now
right here in Oakcliff.
75216 leads the state of Texas with the most people in prison. If we lead the state of Texas, Texas got more people in prison than dang near anywhere. We probably lead the country. So our community as a whole, like we lost a lot of that, man. And I'm not saying that everybody that's in prison is innocent or whatnot, but it's certain things that those individuals could enforce when it comes to codes, values, and morals. That
could have steered somebody a different way.
Exactly, it's non-existent. Even when you look at, you know, these young boys starting a lot of these little gangs and cliques, and I quickly ask them, like, all right, I see you doing that, but what does it mean? Like, what you doing it for? What's your values? What y'all living by? They don't have it. They just
I know, OG, they don't have no. We saw it on TV. It looked cool.
Right. We picked the colors. Got some words, put them together, and now we whatever you want to be.
Why do you think? Why do you think someone would start? Let's pick a young 12, 13-year-old boy. Why would he join the gang? What's some of the root causes you think, in your opinion?
The sense of belonging, security, family, like-mindedness of other individuals. And the thing of it is, man, is that, you know, I see that as leadership. If you can go out and you can get 50 boys and girls to follow you in whatever movement you got going, that's leadership to me. And it's just like, we got to steer it and harness it in the right way. But I think that it's that lack of just the family unity. And it's another, like, where else they gonna go? You know what I'm saying? Like, we in the apartments all day. I'm hearing everything gang on the radio. Shoot, we got to get one going.
It's like they don't have that pocket of positivity or that pocket of something else.
Well, the thing of it is too, man, and we got to be frank about it, is that, you know, when we talk about mentorship sometimes, it's going in with a forced type of mentality in certain situations, where it's like, I'm gonna tell you that you gotta look this way to be successful, you gotta do this, but we not meeting them where they are a lot of times, and they'll turn a blind eye to it like that.
It's like, you don't understand me, you don't understand what I'm going through, you're just telling me to be a certain way, you don't even, you know, you're not even trying to meet me yet.
I'm not seeing you in my apartments, I'm not seeing you in my neighborhood, like, you come to my school, but the thing of it, at the end of the day, we all gotta galvanize and come together because we losing our young people. In the month of December, man, I went to 2 funerals of young men that I worked with. One of them was 15 and the other one was 18. Wow. The young man who was shot at the For Oakcliff basketball game, I worked with him in Zoom Walk, and he died. You know what I'm saying? Like, But what you talking about, that respect, that moral code, a 15-year-old shot him during the Sock and Kimball basketball game inside of Kincaid.
Terrible, man. Terrible.
And you grew up in Dallas, bro. You know, like, if I would have told you they start fighting, you would like,
but
that's understandable.
They're taking it to another level. They bringing guns inside of a basketball game and using them.
Not like I'm just showing it to you, and then I'm gonna go shoot in the air after the game. Like, nah, you gunned them down in the game. But this a 15-year-old we talking about that did that. Man. 15.
Terrible. Sad story, man. Super sad. Man, we got a little trivia for you, man. We're gonna switch it up a little bit. A little trivia. It's some D-Town trivia.
Oh man.
We're gonna test.
I get it right.
We're gonna test your D-Town knowledge, man. Somebody gonna have to take his card if he answers too many of these questions wrong. But actually, it's true or false.
Okay.
It's true or false. All right. So, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So, true or false?
Okay.
Prior to 1952, the state fair was held in Austin instead of Dallas.
Prior to 1952,
the state fair of Texas was held in Austin instead of Dallas. Is that
That's
a true?
False.
That's a false statement.
That's false.
Yeah. Why you so sure?
Because, man, that's the fairgrounds. The Centennial of Texas was at the fair.
Yeah.
We getting ready for the bicentennial.
Okay.
I'm on the park board too, bro.
Oh, so my man got extensive knowledge. It's gonna be hard to
can't get that wrong.
Get him. All right, cool. So that is false, man. It's been held in Dallas since the beginning in 1886.
Yeah.
Cool, man. My next question: true or false? Dallas is the first city to have a professional cheerleading squad.
The Cowboys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
That's true.
True. 1972, the cheerleaders.
Yeah, I remember reading about that.
Cool. All right. True or false? The term Super Bowl was coined in Dallas.
The term Super Bowl was coined in Dallas.
Is that a true or false statement?
I would assume that it was at the Cotton Bowl. I'm gonna go true.
That's a true statement, man. They used to call it the AFL and the NFL championship game. But I turned to the Super Bowl.
That's good to know. That's why we America's team.
Yeah. All right. True or false? Dallas has the nation's largest art district.
The nation's largest art district.
True or false?
Man, I love my city, so I'm gonna say it's true.
It's a true statement, man. It's a true statement.
That's good to know.
It's 19 blocks of museums, venues, galleries, right here in Dallas.
Wow.
You got not New York, not Cali, none of that. Dallas.
19 blocks.
19 blocks of museums, venues, galleries.
Where's the area?
Man, I don't know exactly. If I had to guess, man, it's downtown somewhere. It gotta be downtown.
The Dallas Museum of Art, the Parole, all that's right there.
Yeah, so we lead the nation.
That's what's up.
All right, true or false? At the beginning of the 21st century, Dallas had a spike in steel companies to move here, giving the name the Steel City.
No, that's false.
That's false.
That's Pittsburgh.
That's Pittsburgh. All right, cool. True or false? The convenience store 7-Eleven originated here in Dallas.
True.
It's a true statement. It's one of the biggest convenience store chains in the world, and it started right here in Dallas. All right. True or false? German chocolate was invented here in Dallas.
I say that's false.
It's a true statement.
It is?
It's a true statement. So most people think German chocolate is Germany.
Yeah.
It's not Germany, man. The baker who introduced it, his name was actually German.
Ah.
But he did it here in Dallas.
Man, that's my old man's favorite cake.
Hey, you a German cake?
Yeah.
You gotta give him that fun fact, man.
Yeah.
Cool, man. That's the trivia. I don't know how you do.
I missed one question.
You missed one?
I missed. How many you asked me?
I asked 8.
All right. I don't do nothing.
I think that's. I don't know the percentage, but I think that's passing.
Yeah, it is for sure.
Cool, man. Well, man, I just want to tell you, man, we appreciate what you're doing, brother. This is huge.
Thank you, bro.
You know, thank you for everything you're doing. We with you. You know, we supporting you, man. We love you, man. So definitely, you have anything you want to say to the people before we head out of here?
I'll say this. In everything you do, practice knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And that's it.
That's it. All right, man. Support the real. It's not a drill, it's the real spill. Peace.